Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So in case you guys haven't heard, on Friday President Trump announced that he was going to put a 50% tariff hike on the EU. This was set to go in effect on June the 1st. However, on Sunday, the president then came out and said that he was going to put a pause on those tariffs up until July the 9th. The president also threatened Apple with a 25% tariff on iPhones that's made outside of the United States. Despite this week being a short trading week, we had a lot of bullish price action today, with the Nasdaq finishing the day up over 2.35% and the S&P finishing the day over 2%. With all that price action happening today, the VIX was down over 7.5% and is now sitting on support just above 1832. With that said, in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some important resistance and support levels to watch on the Nasdaq, Nvidia, Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA, Apple, D-Wave Quantum, ticker symbol QBTS, and Broadcom, ticker symbol AVGO. Let's start with the first stock, ticker symbol NVDA, Nvidia. So on Wednesday after markets close, Nvidia is set to report their earnings. The company's Q1 revenue is expected to rise 66.2% to $43.28 billion, despite potential losses of $4.5 billion per quarter, which is due to restrictions affecting data center growth. Now today, Nvidia had a nice push towards the upside, finishing the day up over 3.21%, going from lows of 133 all the way back up to 135. So with the company set to report their earnings tomorrow, I would love for you guys to let me know down in the comment section if you're currently bearish or bullish on the stock. Based on my analysis, the stock could go either way. The only difference is that one is going to have more risk than the other. With that said, looking at the chart, there's more risk to the downside than potential profits towards the upside. Now let's take a look at current support and resistance. So current support is going to be at 132. If the stock gets back below that level, then I want you guys to look for it to come down to 124. If it breaks that level, then look for a retest of 119. Overall, to the downside, I'm looking for Nvidia stock to come back down to around 110 and possibly lower to 103. Now above current support at 132, Nvidia has resistance at 139. If Nvidia can get above 139, I want you guys to look for a run to 148. Let's now move on to the next stock, ticker symbol AVGO, Broadcom. So about 2 months ago, when the stock was trading at 165, I gave my analysis saying that I was looking for the stock to get to my price target at 228. Let's now go ahead and take a listen to that clip. Let's start with the first stock, ticker symbol AVGO, Broadcom. Now looking at the chart, the stock is currently inside of a bullish falling wedge. If we do get a breakout and a nice push towards the upside, my target is at $228 per share. By far, this is one of my best analysis. So now that the stock has hit my price target at 228, while we take a look at current support and resistance, I'm going to give you guys my new targets. So current support is going to be at 228. Now, if Broadcom falls back below 228, I want you guys to look for the stock to come down to 210. If it falls below that level, then look for a further pull down to 195. Now, my overall target to the downside is going to be at 173. Now, if Broadcom can stay above current support at 228, my upside target is going to be at 247. Next stock is ticker symbol QBTS, D-Wave Quantum. So in my most recent video covering the stock, I said if it could get above 1753, then look for a run to 1887. Now looking at the current chart, you guys can see that my analysis was spot on. So in terms of current support and resistance, these numbers are still relevant. So current support is going to be at 1753. If it falls below that, then look for it to come down to 1585. Below 1585, your next support is going to be at 1433. Overall, my downside target for the stock is going to be at $13 per share. Now, if the stock can get back and stay above 1887, then my upside target is going to be at 2190. Let's now take a look at Apple, ticker symbol AAPL. Today, the stock was up 2.5%. Now, going back to my previous video, I said that if Apple stock could not get above 211, then look for it to come down to 197. Sure enough, that's exactly how things played out. Current support for Apple is going to be at 197. If the stock falls below 197, then my downside target is going to be at 183. Above current support, if the stock can break above resistance at 211, then I'm looking for a run to 222. The next stock is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. Now, before I give you guys current support and resistance, let's go ahead and take a listen to what I said about the stock in my previous video. Now, if Tesla stock can stay above support at 340, I want you guys to look for a run to 361. So current support is going to be at 361. If Tesla can't stay above 361, then look for a pullback to 340. If that level breaks, then look for a further pullback to 325. Above current support, my upside target is going to be at 390. And that's if Tesla can stay above 361. Let's now take a look at the NASDAQ triple Qs. Now, current support for the NASDAQ is going to be at 520. If it can't stay above 520, then look for it to come down to 510. And below 510, your next support is going to be at 501. So far, the NASDAQ is having a hard time getting above 520. But if it could get above 520, then look for a run to 530. Now, based on my analysis, I'm looking for a pullback in the NASDAQ to 453. With that said, that's the end of the video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.